Whether you're a psychologist or are just interested in understanding some of the human behaviors, you're going to find a lot of interesting. However, the point of this video is not to provide the viewers with insights into human behavior, but rather to make them a little more aware and prepared when they find themselves interacting with people. Here are 15 psychological facts that explain why things happen to us the way they do and why our reactions are the way they are. These might possibly be the answer to your problem. First is smarter people underestimate themselves. Smart people often underestimate themselves and may not be able to see their true potential. You need to remind yourself that you're smarter than you think. You need to respect yourself and keep reminding yourself that you can do what you want. Second is, you can only remember 3 to 4 things at a time, so you need to make sure you're keeping all those 3 things in your memory. You want to make sure that you're remembering all the details so that when you need them, you're also able to remember them. You also want to make sure that when you need something, you can recall it in a very short amount of time. Third is, the age group of 18 to 33 is the most stressed in the world, and they're feeling the greatest amount of pressure. People who are 18 to 33 are already dealing with a lot, so it's easy for them to feel like they have to do more than the rest of the world. People who are 18 to 33 are also people who are still figuring out how to be successful in their work lives. If you're in this age group, it's important to find ways to make your life simpler and less stressful. Fourth is, the attention span of a goldfish is about 8 seconds. The human attention span is shorter than that. The human attention span is shorter than a goldfish, so you want to make sure you're paying attention. Fifth one is, online dating and online shopping follow the same psychological principle that psychologists use to understand human behavior. Behavior is driven by your self-image. When you are online shopping or online dating, you are trying to find a partner or a potential partner. You are trying to find an emotional connection and to feel happy when you make a purchase. Sixth one is, according to a 2017 study, women with higher IQs have a harder time finding a mate. The study looked at people from different age groups, different countries, and different IQ levels. They found that people with higher IQs have a harder time finding a mate in their 20s and 30s. The study also found that women with higher levels of education have a harder time finding a mate. Seventh is, if you're feeling good, you feel better in clothes. If you're feeling down, you may feel very out of place in your clothes. The way you dress is linked with your mood. It's important to dress to match the tone of who you are and what you feel like doing. Eighth is, it's important to be able to spot the lies of others. A good liar can do this by detecting when others are lying. This might sound like a little bit of a challenge, but it's actually not difficult. You just have to be aware of when someone is trying to get something out of you, and you need to be aware that they're lying. When you're talking to someone, be sure to keep an eye out for when they're trying to get something out of you. Ninth is, it's true that 70% of your dreams contain secret messages. However, there's a lot more to dreams than just your big dreams. A lot of people think that dreams are about what you want for the future, but when it comes to dreams, it's really about what you want now. Just like you have to have big dreams, you also have to have big goals and work toward those goals. 10th is, learning new things can cause your brain to grow and increase the density of gray matter in the brain. It's important to keep learning and growing throughout your entire career, and it's also important to get your brain working at a higher rate than it is. You may want to focus on learning some new skills to expand your skill set or improve your current skill set. 11th is, your brain reacts to rejection like physical pain. When we're rejected by someone, we try to make sense of it by interpreting it mentally or emotionally. This can be a very hard thing to do without a little help. You can get help with this by talking to a career coach or group leader. They'll be able to help you identify what your internal rejection process is doing for you and help you work on it. 12th is, it only takes 4 minutes to fall in love with someone. It's easy to get caught up in the details of business and forget that the most important thing is how you're feeling about someone. When you're in love with someone, you want to do everything you can to show them you love them and make them feel that way. 13th is. I've seen so many people in meetings and on the phone text things they can't say in person. This goes for a variety of reasons. They don't have the right tools, they don't have the right words or sentences, they don't have the right tone, or they don't want to be seen as rude or pushy. If you're not comfortable talking on the phone or in person, make sure you have a way to get your point across without having to text it to someone. If you can. 14th is. People who oversleep tend to crave more sleep. Overeating is a common cause of oversleeping. People with sleep apnea tend to crave more sleep. This can happen when they can't get enough sleep at night, and they wake up lots of times during the day. You need to make sure that you understand your own sleep needs, and that you get enough sleep every night. 15th is. People may think that singing is a lot of fun, but singing can be a great way to relieve stress and anxiety. Singing can reduce feelings of depression and anxiety and can help people feel less stressed. It can also help people feel better about themselves.